His hands and feet used to have this constant buzzing numbness that was driving him crazy. It's that bizarre pins and needles feeling, and it would show up at the worst times. While he was typing, trying to sleep, you name it. He tried a bunch of things, but that distracting fizz just kept coming back. Then he stumbled onto some interesting research about how a snack could potentially help his body's own nerve repair process. So he decided to give it a shot. For 30 days straight, he ate a specific amount of walnuts every single day. This is what happened and the real science of how this one small change might have helped his nerves get their act together. So, what did this actually feel like for him? It wasn't just a minor twitch, it was some kind of thing that plants a little seed of worry in your head. He'd be holding a mug and realizing he couldn't feel the warmth like he used to. Or he'd be in the middle of writing an email and the tingling in his fingertips would get so bad he'd have to stop, shake his hands out like he was trying to reboot them. And at night, it was worse. That electric fizzing sensation just wouldn't let him get comfortable. It was like living with low-level static, and honestly, it was starting to freak him out. He already talked to his primary and his neurologist and ruled out the big, scary possibilities, which left him with a very unsatisfying, well, that happens sometimes. Not exactly a solution, so he started doing his own research, and he also spoke with me, and he ended up tumbling down this rabbit hole of studies about diet, inflammation, and nerve health. And one food that just kept showing up over and over: walnuts. It seems way too simple. I mean, most of you walk right past the walnuts in the grocery store, but what if this little brain-shaped nut was actually a powerhouse he was completely ignoring? The research suggests walnuts have a special mix of nutrients that could help reduce two of the biggest culprits behind nerve irritation: inflammation and oxidative stress. He was skeptical, for sure, but also ready to try just about anything. So he set some ground rules for this 30-day experiment. The plan was simple. 1. Eat 1.5 ounces of raw, unsalted walnuts every single day. That's a solid handful. Research often uses this amount, and it's the serving size linked to a qualified health claim from the FDA for heart health, so it felt like a good number to aim for. Number 2, do it for 30 consecutive days. No excuses. And 3, the most important part, he wasn't going to change anything else about his diet or lifestyle. We wanted him to isolate this one variable. If something changed, we wanted to make sure that the walnuts were the reason. For him, the first week was a weird mix of hope and feeling slightly ridiculous. He stood in the kitchen on day 1 with a handful of walnuts thinking, am I really doing this? Am I really hoping a nut is going to fix my nerves? Getting them into his diet was the easy part. He'd throw them in his oatmeal, on a salad, or munch on them like it's a snack. For the first few days, he was on high alert, noticing every single tingle, half expecting a miracle. Unsurprisingly, with most treatments with neuropathy, nothing happens in the beginning. His hands still buzzed, his feet still felt far away. By day 5, the novelty had completely worn off, and it just felt like a chore. He was eating walnuts, and he was still tingling. The thought, this is completely pointless, crossed his mind more than once. There was no magical moment, no sudden relief. It was just him, eating walnuts, feeling exactly the same. In his journal for day 7, he wrote, no change, symptoms are the same, gonna stick with it, but my skepticism is at an all-time high. It's so easy to quit when you don't see results right away, and he was right on the edge. Even though he wasn't feeling a difference, it was worth understanding the why behind the experiment. What's actually in these nuts that's supposed to be so special? While walnuts are full of good stuff, a few key components are especially relevant for nerve health. First, they are one of the best plant sources of a type of omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linoleic acid, or ALA. Our bodies can't make ALA, so we have to get it from food. Think of your nerves as being wrapped in a protective coating called the myelin sheath. This coating, and your nerve cell membranes in general, needs healthy fats to stay in good shape. Now, the body's conversion of ALA into specific fats most directly used in these structures, like DHA, is known to be pretty inefficient. So it's not a direct building block, but it contributes to the overall pool of healthy fats your body needs to function. Second, walnuts are loaded with antioxidants. We hear that word all the time, but for your nerves, it's a big deal. Our bodies are constantly dealing with something called oxidative stress. You can think of it as biological rust. This process happens when unstable molecules called free radicals damage our cells, including nerve cells. This damage can fuel inflammation, creating a hostile environment that makes it hard for the nerves to send clear signals or for the body to perform routine repairs. The diverse antioxidants in walnuts, like polyphenols and vitamin E, act like a cleanup crew, helping to neutralize those free radicals and quiet things down. So, the science suggests walnuts aren't a magic fix, but more like a top-notch support team. They provide some useful materials and, more importantly, help create a calmer, cleaner, and less inflamed environment so your body's own natural repair processes can actually stand a chance. Week 2 is when he felt the first glimmer of something. It wasn't a thunderbolt, it was much quieter. He was deep into a project at work, typing away, and he suddenly stopped. Not because his fingers were tingling, but because they weren't. He realized he'd been completely focused for over an hour without that annoying static. It was a weird feeling to notice the absence of something that had become so normal. That became the theme for the next 2 weeks. It wasn't that the symptoms just disappeared, it was more like someone was slowly turning down the volume. The tingling that used to be a solid 7 out of 10 with a personal annoyance scale was now hovering around a 4. The episodes were happening less often and didn't scream for his attention. He wrote in his journal on day 18, "Only woke up once last night because of my feet. It's usually 3 or 4 times. Maybe this isn't all in my head." By week 3, he had a new normal. That constant worry about his nerves were starting to fade. He still got some tingling, especially if he was stressed or didn't get enough sleep or water, but it wasn't his default setting anymore. It felt like a flicker instead of a wildfire. This was the turning point where his skepticism finally started to melt away, replaced by a real sense of curiosity. Hey, if you're finding this look at how food can affect our bodies interesting, and if you like these kinds of personal health experiments, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. We're always looking to explore new ways to find out how our bodies work, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. The small improvements he was feeling lead to a bigger question. What else could be going on here? Can food actually encourage nerve repair? This is where the science gets really exciting, but also where we need to be super careful. Some animal studies have explored how walnut-rich diets might influence brain health. For instance, some research in rodent models of Alzheimer's or stress has suggested walnuts can influence pathways related to neuroprotective compounds like brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF is often called a fertilizer for nerve cells because it helps them survive and grow. But, and this is a big but, it's a massive lead to say that eating walnuts will definitively boost your BDNF and regrow your nerves. Most of this research is in animals, and the evidence isn't always consistent. The absolute cutting edge of this field is looking at something even more complex. There is emerging research into how tiny nanoparticles called plant-derived extracellular vesicles might act as messengers carrying information from the food we eat to our own cells. Some very early studies, for instance, use vesicles from plants like ginger or ginseng, suggest that they might help reduce inflammation or support a healing environment. This is all super preliminary and largely in labs. It doesn't prove walnuts can cure nerve damage in people. What it does suggest is that those compounds in walnuts might be doing more than just providing basic nutrition. They might be actively communicating with our cells in ways that help create pro-recovery environment. The final week felt less like an experiment and more like a new habit. Eating the walnuts wasn't a chore anymore. It was just something he did. And the improvements he noticed in week 2 or 3, they held strong. There wasn't some new dramatic cure, but the fact that the relief lasted was in itself the most remarkable part. So let's get to the final results, before and after. Before, he was dealing with numbness and tingling in his hands and feet multiple times a day, every single day. It was seriously affecting his work, his sleep, and just his general mood. His personal annoyance level was a steady 7 or 8 out of 10. After 30 days, he'd estimate the frequency and intensity of the tingling has dropped by 70 to 80%. Not totally gone, but it's no longer the main character in his day. It's more like background noise that he can only notice occasionally, and it's a whisper, not a shout. He sleeps through the night way more often. He can work for hours without getting distracted by it. His annoyance level now sits around a 1 or a 2. Did he think walnuts magically regrew his nerves? He seriously doubted it, but he's convinced they help create the right conditions for his body to do its job better. So, after 30 days, are walnuts a miracle cure for nerve issues? Absolutely not. And anyone who tells you there's one simple fix to a complex problem like this is probably trying to sell you something. But his experience, supported by a lot of scientific literature, has convinced him that walnuts can be a powerful ally. The biggest lesson for him wasn't even about the walnuts themselves, it was a new way of thinking about his health. We tend to look for a direct solution. My nerves are weird, so I need a nerve fixing things. But it seems like a much better approach is to focus on creating an overall environment of health. By consistently giving his body the tools it needed to fight inflammation and oxidative stress, he wasn't just patching a problem, he was helping his body's own defense and repair systems work better. The walnuts didn't fix his nerves, they gave his body the resources it needed to fix itself. This whole journey was a huge reminder that health isn't usually about big dramatic changes. It's about the small, consistent things we do every single day. This was not a formal scientific study. It's important to remember that this is just one person's end of one experiment. Please, if you're dealing with persistent health issues, talk to a healthcare professional. But this little change showed him there's real power in small intentional changes. It's about taking a bit of control over your own health, one handful of walnuts at a time. And maybe, just maybe, they're worth a second look the next time you're at the store. If you enjoyed this 30-day challenge about a patient we had and the story behind him, you might like this other video about giving up caffeine for a month. And if you want to see more experiments in personal health deep dives, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Andy Fetterman with the Nerve Relief Project.